Cancer, welcome to your 2017 Love and Relationship reading. Overall energy reading. I'm Psychic Medium Eric, bringing you Cancer's your 2017 general reading for love and relationships. Hi, I'm Psychic Medium Eric. It's been a joy and pleasure bringing you these videos. Like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. Like I said, you guys have been so great to me this year. It's been a joy and pleasure bringing you these readings. I really put a lot of effort into them. I always want to bring you the best possible reading. Like I said, it's a joy and pleasure. Uh, it's been, like I said, you guys made this such a great experience. I can't express my enough thanks for you guys. And like I said, this is the second part of your bonus video. I did the career and finance already. Now here's your love part of the reading. Very interesting for me too, because I am a Cancer. So, and like always, if you like a private reading, check my description box. You get all the information you need for a private reading. Cancers, this is very interesting because it's very similar to my situation. I want to get right to it. Overall energy, I got a lot of messages for you. This year, it's about time to move on. Make a decision. So, some of you might be deciding to move on because simple love or the Six of Cups, someone returning. The Fool, unexpectedly. And life review. So with love and relationship, it's time to look at what you want, what you need, and what you do need to move away from. Some of you, this is going to be a year, even with a career and finances, about making a decision, taking authority, just getting your power back this year. Like I said, whatever doesn't serve you, move on. Make that decision to move on. Although some of you might be stuck. You might be in a relationship and then somebody else comes back in and you're like, whoa, where did this come from? So a lot of you Cancers have a decision to make when it comes to love and relationships. I can tell you firsthand because I'll be doing the same thing. But yeah, it's time to move on. Whatever doesn't work, it's time for some new experiences. Make that decision though. If you don't make a decision to move on, nothing changes and everything stays the same. So we're coming into 2017 with the helpless and hopeless, the Eight of Swords. So yeah, and the Emperor's right above it. It's not taking authority. We got to take authority of our lives and make decisions to move on. Sometimes painful decisions to cut out things that aren't working. Even if we don't want to, we have to. That's part of the life review, about reviewing what's working and what's not working. So if there's something that's not working with your love and relationships, it's time to take a look at it and be like, is this right for me, or what do I need to do to clear this away? All right, you're going to be making a lot of decisions when it's coming to love and relationships this year, and I tell you, you're going to make a lot of decisions. And some of you might have some returning people from the past that you're not going to expect. It's just going to happen. They're going to come right up, and then you'll be like, whoa. Going to take you by surprise. But like I said, always do this right now. Life review. Review what you want, all right? Review what you need to work on. So if it's taking authority, do that, because we're never truly trapped. The only time we get trapped is when we trap ourselves. So it's very important to take that authority and to trap ourselves. Or you could be dealing with a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries that you might feel trapped by. Or yeah, you could be doing that too. You could be feeling trapped by a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. You could be going out with somebody like that and the relationship just isn't working anymore, and you're like, you know what, maybe it's time to move on. You know what, I thought this was for me and now it's just not turning out that way. Next card you got is the I Have card. You have temperance, you have balance, you have to make those decisions. That's what the temperance is. It's also making decisions. You know what, take your time with your decisions. Don't just rush into decisions. Take your time. Review your options. Like I said, like the card says, make a decision. Make a decision. Is it time for you to move on, or are you just going to stay where you are? It's time to make a decision this year about where you want to go and what you want to do with love and relationships. Make that decision. If you feel like you need to move on, then guess what? Make that decision to move on. The sooner you make it to move on, the sooner you can let new things come in. Next card you got is the Blossom card, the Judgment card, and the Hierophant, which it's basically what I'm telling you right now. It's basically is to basically, you know what, stand on your principles, stand about what you want, stand on what you want a relationship to look like or what you want a relationship to be, because we know what we want. And sometimes we get into a trap mode. I mean, like where it could be with a partner that just it's not working, but we're not willing to face it. Like I said, I'm not just talking to you guys out there. I'm talking to myself because I have to do that also. So if you're in a relationship and you know it's not going to work or you know it's not going to go anywhere, then it might be time to say, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to move on. And guess what? Once you decide to make a move on, make that decision to move on with new things coming in for you, guess what you're going to get? A well-deserved reward, because guess what? The death card. You decided to clear things out. You decided to make that transformation. So like I said, the first half of the year, you know what you want. You know what to achieve. If you're in a relationship right now and it just isn't working, it might be time to review it and say, you know what? Is it time for me to move on so I can get to my well-deserved well-deserved reward and the clearing away. You're clearing out a path so new stuff can come in and new exciting adventures can come in and just, you know what, taking the authority in your life, because you're never truly trapped. The only time we get trapped is to, the way to get untrapped is to basically, you know what, just take the authority back, take your authority back this year. Like I said, with career and finances too, it's the same thing. Same thing for us cancers out there. It's a year for us to take charge of our 2017 on all levels, it looks like. So we will do that. And it's most important that we do that, to take control, make sure we're going where we want to go. All right, because if we don't clear out things, then guess what happens? Things crumble, things break out, and it's time to reach out for help. So, like I said, you might be clearing away things for letting new things come in, but guess what? Whatever, if you don't make a decision, this is what happens. If you don't make a decision, the universe will make it for you. So something isn't working, and you don't want it to work, but you won't end it. Guess what? The universe will. The universe will say, you know what? Time for you to move on. And sometimes the universe does things like that. It gives you a nice big boot in the butt, and it'll make the decision for you. So like I said, just make your decisions. If it's time to move on from something, then move on. Make that decision. Don't let the universe do it for you, because the universe can be a little, the universe can, I hate to say this, be a little bit nasty at times. But like I said, but if you make that decision to clear away, guess what? You're going to get a well-deserved reward or a well-deserved partner that you guys deserve. Like I said, with your love and relationships, be sure you review everything. Review about what you want. Review about what you need. Also, what you don't want and what you don't need. Always important to focus on. Like I said, you've got a pathway opening up for you. It's time to walk it, and it could be triggered by somebody coming back too. Also, okay, your next card's up are the solar plexus chakra. This is the I can. Guess what you can do? You can see things from a different perspective now. You're getting new perspective on love and relationships. You're getting new perspective. Like I said, I feel like some of you might have somebody who's coming back who might really change that perspective for you, or really be like, you know what, maybe it's time to like I said, I really get the sense that someone could be coming back and it could like change your focus here. Especially if relationships right now aren't doing the best for you and it's time to move on. If you move on, like I said, the universe will throw anything at you. So you could be getting a past partner return that you might have wanted. But things didn't work out at the time. But guess what? It could be making its return, because now you're deciding to clear away stuff that's maybe getting in your way. You're clearing your path. You're opening things up. All right, next you got the I speak and the strength card. You've got the strength to speak up for what you want. You know what you have, your belief system. As I said, that's what's going to cause your awakening, your belief system, because we have a belief system as cancers. We know what we want. We're incredibly loyal. We're incredibly caring and nurturing. We despise people who use us. We despise people who hurt us, because cancers, as good as we are, when we love somebody, we love somebody. But if you hurt us, we can hurt back, and trust me, we can hurt back hard, because we love so hard that when we get hurt, we hurt back harder. So that's and we can do that too. Trust me, we got the ability to do that. Yes. But like I said, once you make that decision to clear out things, guess what? The world's gonna open up wide for you. You'll get your awakening, and then you won't feel trapped anymore. All right, because what you have is opportunity beckons, and guess what? The opportunity beckons is the Empress. Yep. Once you take back your power, then all the gifts come in, and all, like I said, a lot of new partnerships coming in, a lot of new ones. Sometimes some of you will be encountering some people from the past. You've got the Fool, so you've got, and the Fool is looking at make the decision and time to move on. So some of you, especially if it's your time to move on, because the Fool is waiting for you to walk down that path, to take that journey. It's like a leap of faith card. I look at it as leap of faith. Take that leap of faith, make that decision. You stand by your tradition, you stand by your values, you stand by what you want, and you, like I said, it's a year about don't let anyone persuade you otherwise. If you know what's right for you, or if you know who's right for you, go for it. And if the relationships that need to end them. Move on. Let something else come in that's more suited for you. Okay, so next up we got the Seek the Truth and Devil card. So it's basically telling you, it's really telling you this here. Look at your relationships. Look at them. Is this a healthy relationship that we're in? Is this a healthy one, that relationship that we're in? With the Devil card, it usually means it's not a healthy relationship. There's usually some sort of, could be addiction, or it could be excessive anything. It's basically telling you to seek the truth about your relationship. So if anything's excessive, or if there's any addictions going on with these relationships, walk away. Walk away from unhealthy relationships. And like I said, you've got new stuff waiting for you. The universe is just waiting for you to make that decision. And if you don't make that decision, the universe will make it for you. The universe likes to do that sometimes. So this is a year about taking our power back. Because if we don't, the universe will do what's best for us. And guess what? The next card you have, what? The Walking Away card and the Wheel of Fortune. Once you decide to make that decision to walk away onto something new, lo and behold, something new comes in. And guess what? You've got the power to manifest. And the Hermit, he is looking forward. He's looking. You've got the knowledge. You've got the power to manifest. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to rebuild your foundation. You're going to be rebuilding yourself and justice. So what that means is you're going to be getting back. And guess what happens when you get right back after that? You get the new vitality and the Star. So, yep, this is definitely clearing away of whatever's not working. Clear it away. Clear it out. If there's any relationships that have addictive, or you could be addictive to somebody, or a codependency relationship. So if you're in that too, it's time to get rid of that also. Like I said, this is a year where, this year, basically, it depends on us if we're willing, if we're ready and willing to move on from things that aren't working for us. The Fool is waiting for us this year. We just got to make the decisions to walk down that road. And like I said, it could be help from somebody from the past. That'll help you get that guidance or get that clarity for you where you can do that. But like I said, though, this is basically about a reading about you taking charge. Because if you don't take charge, the universe will do it for you this year. If you don't take charge of things that aren't going right, the universe is going to have a helping hand in that. But like I said, though, you've got help this year. Anything that's not working for you, out, because you got a well-deserved reward waiting for you when you clear away that stuff that's not working, or negative people, or negative energies, or addictive relationships, or codependency relationships. Like I said, it's a rebuilding process this year. You've got good karma on your side. You've got new vitality. You've got hope and inspiration. But it all banks on if you're willing to make the decision to move on and to go down that road. These three are very important. The Fool, make the decision, and time to move on. If you need to move on, you do it. And trust the universe will be taking care of you. You just got to trust this year. If something isn't working, make the decision to move on, especially if you're feeling stuck right now and indecisive. Make that decision and let the universe help you, because it will help you, and you will have the ideal person waiting for you. Once you clear out everything, guess what? Your well-deserved reward comes, because you cleared it out and you made the decision. But it's all about you making decisions this year. If you don't make decisions, then nothing changes. And if it's really that bad, the universe will do it for you. All right. So, Cancers, this is about taking back your power this year. And it all banks on you this year, whether you're willing to do it or not. But I have faith that you guys will. Hopefully, my video here has given you the confidence to look into next year. And I hope I've helped you guys. It's been a joy and pleasure bringing this to you. Like I said, this just isn't advice for you. It's advice for me. I take my own advice. Because, I'll be probably put, like I said, I get put in positions too where I have to make decisions also. We all do. And if I have to move on from something, I've got to move on. I have a new path waiting for me. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I hope this video has helped you guys. I hope it's given you clarity into next year. Just remember, Cancers, when it comes to career, finances, or love, take charge. Do what's right for you. Make the changes. Make it your year. It's all about you taking your power back. Basically, Cancers, we're going to decide how next year goes for us. We are. I'm going to leave you with that final message. You guys have a happy holiday and happy new year. And like I said, I will see you guys next year. Happy holidays and a happy new year.